Should I contact my ex after a breakup? It is common to have a lot of conflicting feelings after a breakup. You may miss your ex, but you can feel furious at him at the same time. You might feel sad, but you know that your ex is definitely not the right person to help you. Logic interferes with feeling, and all around, it can feel daunting. You might still have the need to text your ex even after you clear your mind a little bit and time goes by. When you have made up your mind to go with it, about how long do you go after a breakup without calling your ex? Frankly, it depends. Most notably, however, while the relationship is destructive, it is not a smart idea to contact your partner, because the desire to get in touch is motivated by dysfunctional relationship needs. On the other hand, if the relationship was stable and things did not end in a horrible mess, then it could be a different story to reach back out. Still, Brenner advises that before hitting send, it is important to take a step back. Lingering feelings can linger when it comes to your ex, so be mindful of what those feelings mean to you before you contact them. You should usually wait until the acute reactions calm down. In other words, it is more likely to be difficult to reach out to the other person while the feeling of needing to be back together, the unbearable separation, the desire for the other person, if it is there, the erotic feelings, and so on, are still high. You could miss them, but Brenner stresses that if you do anything too fast, reaching out might lead to further problems. Keeping in touch is more likely to lead to problems during the initial post-breakup phase, either hooking up and regretting it, getting back together and second-guessing it, saying hurtful things out of frustration and disappointment, and so on, he says. The main caveat here is that, in order to move forward effectively, often it feels we need to step out to figure out what it is like. In other words, realizing that reaching out to an ex too quickly is not exactly helpful could be a lesson you have to learn the hard way, if you believe reaching out will finally get you closure, no matter how much time has passed. Brenner provides even further suggestions to follow if you are uncertain about whether or not it was an acceptable period of time before reaching back out to your ex. I feel it is more important than a particular timeline to recognize one's own state of mind and emotions. But for most people, it typically takes several months to really get a chance to get through the post-breakup period to the point that they would contact an ex if the relationship was meaningful and the breakup was rough or unclear. The truth of the matter is that the strength of the relationship must decline and move away from a romantic bond to break up effectively. Time can feel like it moves incredibly slowly when you break up with someone, and the desire to go out to an ex can feel inescapable. We are not only losing a partner, but we are losing the image of who we will be with him, and the life we would dream together. Breakups are tough, but even though it may feel like reaching back to your ex would solve things, Brenner recommends waiting at least a few months before doing so.